driving home to Senior Living Game, out helping seniors and their families. You can do the same or learn how to start your six-figure business working right out of your house. Come on inside. My wife and I do this on a full-time basis. Matter of fact, she's the one filming for me. Isn't that great? This is all we do. We love it. Our puppy behind the gate. What's up, Colby? Come here, Bubba. He's all in prison right now because Dad's coming inside. Here's Colby. I want to teach you how to do a six-figure business right out of your house. Some of you have been looking at opportunities. You've been getting discouraged. Man, I was there myself. You know what? I'm not there any longer. Let's go upstairs. I want to teach you how to, in 15 minutes, establish a six-figure business right out of your house. I know the importance of getting an office, but sometimes it's cool just to be at home. You know, this business pays for everything. We don't do a side hustle. This is 50, 60 hours a week, but it's our own business. I want to take you into our office, show it to you, and then I want to teach you how to start your own business, making six figures, making that money that you deserve. Let's go take a look. All right, let's go into the office. Let's get down, let's get busy. I want to get you that teaching of how you can establish your business, how you can establish and start making the money that you greatly deserve. I want to go into how you can generate six figures from home. I mean, you can get an office one day. You know, we started our business September of 2018. That's when we started our business. So let's get down to it. But here's our office. I mean, we got files over here. We got 2 laptops, printer, all that good stuff, microphones, business phone. All that stuff can come gradually as you do the work. And I'm going to teach you that. At least I teach that to my students in the academy. My name is Matt Stafford. If you don't know me, I'm the owner of Stafford Senior Solutions and also the founder of the Senior Referral Academy. But I'm going to teach you how to establish six figures at home so you can be home holding your puppy if you want, making the money that you deserve and this puppy deserves. I mean, I work for dog food, wine, and cigars. Let's get busy. Okay, let's get into it. I know you're anxious to find out how you can establish a six-figure income right at your house. Again, we have done this. We started September of 18. I'm going to give you 3 steps that you can utilize to get started. Number 1, and this is very unpopular, but you need to keep your job, your just over broke job. You need to keep that. That goes against the trend of all the entrepreneurs, the solopreneurs that are out there that go, you know what, forget that job, man. You're only getting $13 an hour. You're only getting 15, whatever it may be. Get into the Instagram business, man. Post, do a blog, do whatever. And I'm telling you, I know people personally that have done that and they're making hundreds. And if they make $1,000 a month, it's a big deal. I'm telling you, that is not a big deal when you're trying to get a six-figure income from home, owning the Camaro, a 4-bedroom house, 3 full baths, all the things that we got. That will not get you there if you leave your job. You need to keep your job, work your 40 hours a week, and when you do that, devote at least 20 hours, 10 on the minimum, for your business. And you might be going, my gosh, man, if you only knew my job, there's no way I could do those hours. Let me give you a hint. If you cannot do 50, 60 hours in a week doing both of these, you'll never get to six figures from your home. You'll never do it. I do all these hours and then some. I work harder now doing what I do than I ever did when I had a job. See, when you're an employee, you show up, you clock in, and you do the work, and that's great, and you leave whenever you can. If it's 8 to 5, 9 to 7, or whatever it may be, you do all that. But you've got to set aside time. And you might say, I don't have any time. If you focus in on how much time you spend with your friends, maybe it's video games you're playing, maybe it's going out to eat, watching TV is a big one, all these different things, I guarantee you I could find 10, 20 hours a week for you to keep your job and do your business. And when your business starts earning the income at the level you're used to making from your job and then a little bit more, maybe it's time to sever ties at that point. Let's say you don't have a job. Then you need to get one. That flies in the face of popularity, right? No one wants to do that. No, man, I don't have a job. I'm broke. I'm unemployed. I need to go get my 6-figure income from home. I need to start getting on the internet and investing, and I need to do all kinds of things. I'm looking at my computers right now going, I need to do these things. No, you need to go get a job and work 40 hours a week, because what that's going to do is that's going to provide stability for you, okay? That is going to provide on a monthly basis what I would term your budget. You got to have a certain budget. That's going to cover your rent. That's going to cover your car payment, your insurance, your food, all that. Allow, again, this time for your business to be the icing on the cake. So keep your job or get a job, okay? Now, the second thing you need to do is make a list. You need to make a list of your talents. You need to make a list how much time you have and maybe the things you need to X out of your life. Bad friends, bad hobbies, bad habits, whatever it may be. And then come up with treasure. All right, you need to make a list. How much can you actually afford at the moment, and how much you're going to dedicate to getting your business off the ground. These are all things that I did back in September of 2018, just last year. And right now, you realize our business in the last 4 or 5 months exceeds $250,000. Now, that's not a whole lot of money, and I'm not trying to brag by no means. There's plenty of people in this world that are making a lot more money than I'll ever make. But you know what? I'm working from home. My wife is downstairs. She was operating the camera earlier. You saw the dog. We have kids. We have grandkids. We have all kinds of things and vacations that we do and extracurricular activities. And this is forever growing. Our budget next year is almost $800,000 because we are going, our business, the trajectory of our business is going up. And we appreciate that, but you've got to start with keeping your job, but make a list of your talents, your time that you're willing to devote. Okay, that's going to be commitment. That's going to be laying aside some things. And then the treasure. It might be the money you have now or the money that you're willing to sacrifice from up here and put that down here into your business account. Now, your business account might not be you actually have a business, but instead of putting it in a savings account, put it in your business account, man. I'm pumping money into here, and I got $10. I got 20. I'm putting in another 100. I got a bonus at work. I'm putting that in there, and I'm getting to a certain level wherever I think the business is. Now, the third thing you need to do is research opportunities. Okay? I would encourage you to do 3 opportunities. All right? Now, and do like a comparative market analysis, if you will. And I would do a couple things based on your skill set. Again, your talent. What are some of your skill sets? Boom. Does this opportunity equal your skill set? I know you can grow. I know you can learn new things. But let me tell you a little about the skill set. I've got a dog. You saw the dog earlier. Well, let's see. I put down, I want to be a dog groomer. I would be an awful dog groomer. Much as my dog loves me and jumping on my lap and spending time with me, Colby would not want me to groom him. He would not want me to shave him. No, by no means. I would be horrible at that. So that would not be on my opportunity list because it doesn't come close to my skill set. My skill set is sales and management and marketing and things like that. But whatever yours may be, you want to put those talents, the skill set down here. Then the second thing is the time factor. Okay, and that's right there. The time factor. How much time are you willing to devote? If you were going to be a dog groomer, how much time would that take from your schedule, from your job on a weekly basis? Could you put it in there? Now, because some things may require you to work 50 hours a week. Well, if it's going to require 50 hours a week, you're already working 40. Are you willing to work 90? That's up to you. I don't know. Maybe you're like, woo, got to shy away from that. So the time factor. But going back to the skill set, there was a time in my life, back in my mid-20s, I was a real estate appraiser. Okay? So I was a real estate appraiser, and I was making good money. And then the refis went down. Bam! Went down. And so my income I forgot exactly what I was making. I was making somewhere like $150 to $300 in appraisal at the time. This was back in the mid 90s. Okay, so I'm dating myself. Okay, way back when, and I was doing somewhere about 8 to 10 a week. Well, this number went all the way down to like 1 to 3 a week. As you can see, whatever math you put in there, my income just took a dive. And I was married with small kids and all that. And I was like, what am I going to do? So being in my mid-20s, and some of you guys are out there in your 20s and your 30s, you're thinking about something else you can do and you don't have the time to do it. What I did was, I said, you know what? I got to have a solution. I'm a problem solver. I can't do anything about the market. I can't do anything about us not getting enough business. It wasn't like our company was bad. It was great, but it was drying up. So what I ended up doing was I ended up delivering papers in the morning and bussing tables at night. I essentially had 3 jobs. And I want to encourage you to put forth the effort. Again, when I ever hear people talk about, man, Matt, I would love to do what you do. I'm a senior referral agent, okay? I help seniors move from communities to, it could be like a skilled nursing community, could be from home, and they move into a care home or a larger community. And I go through all the details in that. You can hit the link below if you want to learn about what I do. But I do all that, and people are like, man, I don't know if I have time. And I always think back to this example of how much time I gave to this right here. And you can do the same thing, okay? Now, make sure your skill set is in line with what you want to do. Let me give you another example of this. When I was bussing tables, that was a 4-star hotel. It was a 4-star hotel. The only reason it wasn't 5 is because they didn't serve alcohol. And they had a little 100-seat theater outside. They had a big foyer. I mean, this huge Christmas tree. I don't know. It was probably 30, 40 feet up in the air. It was beautiful. I was in my mid-20s. There was a lot of, excuse me the expression, but a lot of snotty, uppity people in this restaurant, okay? I was bussing tables. Well, one day they had this function going on. It was a couple, they would have comedians come, into the theater. They'd have special events down in these banquet halls. Around this Christmas tree, they had these 3 huge tables and had desserts, okay? So they could eat in the restaurant and come out and get their dessert out here around the Christmas tree. Well, the person that would normally do that job called in sick. They thought it'd be great for me to do that job. They must not have seen my skills because I was horrible. I went out there and I could not get on the inside of the tables because the Christmas tree was so big. I had to operate on the outside of the tables where everybody was waiting in line and getting their apple pie and their lemon pie and all this other stuff. And I heard comment after comment about, man, this guy stinks. This is the worst service I've had in my life. I can't believe this restaurant. And I was like, that would not fit in my skill set. I would never go in the restaurant business. I don't think I'd be good at that. So I wanted you to be careful about identifying your skill set. All right, what you have, that's very important. The time factor. And then the third one is money. Okay, how much money you have now. Now, let me clarify a little bit about the money thing. Because I don't want you to be saying, okay, I don't have any money at all. Because I've been there, all right? I've been in a place where, man, you get this right here and there's nothing in my pockets, okay? There's nothing in the bank. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes I can't even make it to the next paycheck. It was that kind of bad. But let's say you can afford $40 today for your investment, all right? You can afford $40, but you say, you know what? I don't see an opportunity out there that's worth that kind of money. Don't go blow this at the bar. Don't go blow this on a date. Keep that money, all right? Set it aside, because maybe your opportunity is $400. Then keep saving up. Did it take you 1 week to save up 40? Okay, then maybe it's going to take you 10 weeks. It's going to take you better part of what, 3.5 months or a little over 3 months to get your $400, okay? Or maybe you have to do something else temporarily, some odds and ends, go sell some stuff, whatever you need to do up here. But what if your best opportunity, and I mean best because sometimes this is a mistake people make. They look at what's cheap, what's inexpensive. You know, I put $49 in this and make it grow. And then they stay in that cycle for a year, for 2 or 3, and they get frustrated and they eventually come to the conclusion that I did at one point in my life about 3 years ago when I was in that 1-bedroom apartment. Man, none of this stuff works. And I can tell you it works, man. In the business that I'm in right now, the first month we made just over $3 grand. The second month we made a little over $8 grand. And then as we got into this year, I can tell you that in 2 weeks, we made over $16,000. It works if you get into the right business, if you keep your job, if you have one, go out and get one, make a list, do the research. But going back to this over here, a $40 investment, a $400 investment. How about a $4,000 investment? Does that scare you? How about a $40,000 investment? We all have different levels, okay? When I was 3 years ago, I could do that because I've done it before. $400 would be like, I don't know, man. That's a lot of money. I could do a lot of things. That's a car payment. That's going out and maybe 4 dates. It's going on vacation or whatever it may be. And so that was a little bit of a test of my faith and what I feel like I could accomplish in my own skill set. So now, what if your opportunity is $4,000? What do? If you're scared to death of this, you're never going to do that. You have got to get yourself to a place where you keep your job, you generate money, and you start putting aside money for your business so you can make 6 figures from home. I'm a living testimony of this. This is something you can do that it requires work. Anybody that tells you you can make 6 figures from home in your underwear are not telling you the truth, okay? A lot of those people, I want to show you my office, and it's no big shakes and a house and cars and all that, because I want you to understand that you can do this. You can be broke like I was 3 years ago, living in a 1-bedroom apartment, hating life except for my kids, but hating that I wasn't fulfilling my potential. And now I'm at a place, I love where I'm at. I love my potential, but we are now not satisfied, not because we're not grateful, we are, but because of that $250 next year, we're going to get that up to $800,000. And again, not to brag, there's plenty of people doing that. There's plenty of people that are making more money than that, and that's my total business income. That's gross. I got to pay taxes on that, and then I get my income. So I'm not trying to say you'll be rich, but I am saying this. I work from home. I'm with my wife every day. My puppy sees me every day, no big shakes, but hey, love my puppy. There's a lot of things I can do because I'm here. If there's an emergency, I can get out with my family and help them right away. So I want to encourage you to do these 3 things, how you can establish your 6-figure income from home. Keep your job, make a list of your talent, time, and treasure, and research the opportunities and make sure they correspond with your skill set, the time factor that you can put into it, your level of commitment, and the amount of money you're willing to set aside and sacrifice, because this will be a sacrifice for you. And I don't care what level you're at. Some of you I'm talking to right now, if I said, hey, hit the link below, listen to a webinar, and you have to pay $40 to get into the academy, you'll be like, I don't have $40. I say 400, you're saying the same thing. 4,000, I don't have 4,000. It's not about what you don't have. It's about what are your talents and what do you want to do, and be willing to sacrifice for that. Okay? You can get into the academy below less than $4,000. If you bought a franchise, it would cost you over $100,000. And I'm willing to teach you what I do for that amount of money. And you will be successful doing the things that I do, because I do it on a daily basis. This is not something that I just write about, even though I'm writing a book. This is not something I talk about, even though I talk about it all the time. It's something I do. I was out today on a tour. I was today talking to families, and I was today placing a senior. And you can do the same thing. Now, maybe senior living is not your thing. Maybe it doesn't fall in your skill set. But whatever it is, get with it so you can be at home, so you can start earning the money that you deserve and be with your family, and not worry about if the job's going to lay you off, or not worry about, man, I wonder if my car has enough gas to get to work. I've been there too. You don't have to worry about all those things, because you're earning the money each and every day. You know, one thing I love about being an entrepreneur, I love working out of my house, or whether you have an office, or the amount of money that we're making, you know what I love about it is Friday's not payday anymore. No, Friday's not payday. Shoot, Monday's payday. Tuesday's payday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All the days are paydays, because it's the amount of time that money comes in. I don't have to worry about a certain check that's coming in, whether my employer is going to pay me or lay me off. Make that decision today. I hope this helps you out. Hit the link below. I encourage you to watch the webinar about the senior living referral business. If you want to be not just entertaining. I'm going to show you a lot of things in the webinar. You're going to find it to be good. But if you're interested at all about the career and how I got started, I actually show you what I made the first 90 days. I actually show you out of my QuickBooks. I show you that $16,000 in 2 weeks. There's a lot more there. And I go explicitly into the industry about how the industry works. You'll see the 7 steps that I created in the webinar. All that will be for your benefit. Just watch it. I encourage you to do that. I hope that you make a decision today to start making 6 figures from home. Don't slack off. Don't lose hope. That's where I was 3 years ago. I'm living testimony. You can get out of that funk. You can get out of that place and get into a place that you greatly deserve. Hit the link below. I would love to have a conversation with you and see about your situation and getting you to the place where you want to be.